Once upon a time, in a place unknown to us all, there was a poor old inventor who lived all alone with his dog Stansfield. One day, after many failed inventions and through sheer boredom, he decides to invent something he later named a bomb. As a result of this so-called bomb, the inventor Stansfield and a few 100,000 other souls were catapulted up into heaven's atmosphere. The blast was so big that the skies rocked. 2 weeks later, after their bodies were bagged and sent to the city morgue, the souls of the dead descended back down to the city and into their bodies. They were alive once more. No one knows why or how, but the rumour is that they went to a place called Heaven. But Heaven was temporarily closed for repairs. The next thing they remember was seeing the city speeding up at them faster than light, and they were back. And they were the living dead. But a little bit more civilised than you might think.
I'm sure that must have been liberating.
It is now 1 year later, and a man called Harry, a private detective and one of the living dead, is visiting the city morgue on a case to find the inventor, who since coming back to life has mysteriously disappeared.
When I die, I intend to stay there.
Well, I hope you get the choice, Callan.
Upon his visit, Dr. LaRue tells Harry that the inventor was last seen hanging out with a couple of dumb but dead characters. The story continues.
As you can see, the patient's head is perfectly intact. And now I wish to draw your attention to the multiple flesh wounds of the upper right torso. Note, if you will, the alarming loss of blood and tissue about the lower abdomen. Here we go then. Fortunately, I can use my special 8-inch retractor, so I can really dig deep into the wound, retrieving the wedged bullet at the base of the spinal column without piercing any of the vital organs. Aha! There's the little blighter. My God, Harry! Harry!
Sebastian.
What are you two talking about? Come in. As you can see, very little's changed around here. I believe you already know Harold and Buster.
Harry?
Harry?
Boys. Is that George? George Finley?
Hello, Harry.
Ah, it's a small world, isn't it?
Isn't it just?
To be honest, Harry, there's been a little bit of bother.
We had to sit to an inquiry with policemen. They shot George. It isn't funny.
Oh, lighten up. Corpses were seen wandering around town. The police came over to investigate. Poor George here was mistaken for one, so they shot him dead.
What about you two?
Well,
They might be dead, Harry, but they're not stupid. It's nothing they couldn't handle.
I was this close to being taken to prison.
Well, it can't be much worse than this place.
What is all this leading to, Mr. Investigator? What's the matter? Cat got your tongue?
I want you to think back to a time when you heard a big bang. I say the blast was so big that the skies rocked and the place they call heaven perished. That's why you and me are standing here now. You might have heard that the inventor is wanted. Have either of you seen him?
Nope.
I heard he was a god and punished us all for ignoring him.
That's crap. He was just a lonely old man who had talent.
You two don't belong here.
Oh, really? Well, excuse me while I pack my bags. Hey,
We listened to the radio. There's a lot of bad things going on out there.
Reading between the lines, I think the truth is you're just scared of life.
I could do with a tip, Harry.
What is it?
How would I deal with the pressures of everyday life?
I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you. Only kidding. There is something, though.
You really should try life second time round. It's so much more poetic. Poetic or not, we're not ready yet. Chief.
You said we're not ready. I'm ready. I want to go.
Look! It's for the best. The quicker you understand that, the better.
Then I'll get to the point. I could offer you a little something.
we're listening.
There's a reward out for the inventor and his dog. You could join me. Help find the man who invented the gadget they call the bomb.
And?
And I, for one, would like to meet the man who gave us new life. And it would be a perfect time for you to get out there and meet people, to see some action, all that sort of thing.
So what do you say?
It's possible that heaven and hell are full.
And so the search for the inventor continues. Buster and Harold accepted Harry's offer and lived happily ever after. Well, almost. And life at the city mortuary went on and on. I'm told it wasn't long before the place they called heaven was repaired and business was running like clockwork. As for the inventor, some say he went to a place called hell. But that's another story.